Morning, folks. We got this little pine here. It's set back quite a ways. I don't think it's going to drive real hard, but some of you guys are pretty interested in getting a swinging video here, driving wedges, and so hopefully you guys will be able to see this. But on these pine especially, when they're back leaning real hard, set 2 wedges. But even if it's not a pine, it's always a good idea to set a couple wedges. Help share that load. They'll drive a lot easier. But anyway, another thing I'd say is I'm right-hand dominant, but I can swing the axe either right-handed or left-handed, and that's a skill you guys should practice, because eventually, if you cut long enough, you'll find yourself in a position where you can't swing with your dominant hand. And so it's a pretty good idea to practice swinging with your opposite hand. But anyway, the other thing I'll say is I like to drive wedges hard, but if you're working with dead or burnt timber, stuff with limbs hanging in it, and like these, you kind of got to be careful with them too, because they got dead limbs all up them that can break out when you're hitting them real hard. So just keep that in mind. You know, there's times to wedge gently, and there's times to really get after it. But what I see a lot of people doing is they'll stand like this and try, and that works. Or they just swing, you know, without really putting your hips into it. Foot placement is a big deal. Stand with your feet about shoulders width apart, and remember to breathe when you swing. That helps with accuracy and helps keep you from getting tired. But why I like to swing hard and drive wedges hard, I don't want to swing any more than I have to when I drive wedges. So the harder I hit the wedge, the less I have to swing. So anyway, we'll swing on this a little bit and see what we can do. So the other thing I see people doing is they don't have any follow through when they hit. They'll hit it, and as soon as they hit it, they're already cracking back to get another swing on it. Especially with tall trees, there's a ripple that goes up the tree, and it takes time for that ripple to get up the tree and move it forward. And so you can really wear yourself out, especially in tall, big trees, if you're just hitting that thing just as fast as you can. Ease up on it. You know, give yourself a little bit of time. Let's see if we can get this wedge out. I'm gonna have to double stack on it. But anyway, give yourself a little bit of time in between swings for that ripple to get to the top and push it forward. And then I'll show you guys another thing when you're stacking wedges. If I can get this one out. There we go. Maybe. So when you're stacking wedges, I'll see a lot of guys put their wedges in even and drive them both at the same time. That works, but it's a lot easier if you stick your bottom wedge almost in as far as you can. And I try to keep one good wedge with a really sharp end on it just for this purpose. So you stick it in there, then you drive that in. Now you just have to drive one wedge until you get all the way in there, but this shouldn't go all the way. And there she goes. Anyway, that's my wedging tips for the day. Cut your trees up, especially in these pines. If you don't cut them up and don't have a open enough face cut, they will barber chair on you. That's one challenge with cutting for skidder. You're trying to always get your stumps as low as possible, and so you end up sometimes not taking a real open face. And if you don't cut these things up, they'll close up on that face and then they'll barber chair on you. I think that's about it for that tutorial. I hope it helps some of you guys out there with your wedging. Like I said, try and know when to drive hard and when to be a little softer on it. Like I said, remember to breathe, keep your eye on your wedges, practice being accurate at your swings, and practice swinging offhand. You know, you should be able to drive left-handed or right-handed, and you just, you put, if you're driving left-handed, your right foot forward. If you're driving right-handed, left foot forward. Remember to move your hips into that swing and move in and whip that axe around, and a little 3-pound axe will do you pretty good. So, all right guys, it's a little after 7 this morning. That was 42nd tree. So we're doing pretty good today. Catch you later. Thanks for watching.